you're wasting your time demo testing. I used to demo test, now I go straight to a live account. Hi traders, if we haven't met, I'm Lisa, a data scientist turned algorithmic trader. And when I first started trading, I used to put robots on a demo account for a month before going live. But then sometimes the live accounts would totally suck and the demo account was making profits every single month. Let's dive into the differences between a demo account and a real account. Number 1, no slippage. A while ago, I tested a popular gold scalping commercial expert advisor. It costs about 699 euros. I'm not going to say what it's called because I don't want to be sued. There are videos on YouTube about it, praising its performance, and the vendor's results looked amazing. But suspiciously, all the long-term results were demo accounts. There were some videos showing live results, but they were only showing like a week or two of real testing. And when I personally tested it myself, yes, the demo results were amazing. But when I put it on a live account, it was just a money suck. 90% of the trades were losers. That's because it was a scalping expert advisor, and scalping expert advisors are very sensitive to spread and slippage, and demo accounts don't have any slippage. Number 2, different configurations. The MetaTrader application is an application that has many different settings. Behind the scenes, the brokers need to configure it, and it's not easy. There's a lot of configurations they have to set up in order for it to work. Each currency needs to have its leverage set, margin, long swaps, short swaps, 3-day swaps. The list just goes on and on. There's configurations for demo and configurations for live account, and brokers are humans. Sometimes humans mess up. Sometimes they might change a setting here and there and then forget to apply those settings on their demo accounts. So a while ago on one broker, I was demo testing indices and the margin was about $2,000 trading one lot for the system that I was testing. But then I went to a live account and it jumped from $2,000 to $20,000 in margin. This is a huge difference. I was trading slightly larger lot sizes, and when I saw this, I kind of panicked and I closed all the trades and I thought, did I do something wrong? I went and retested everything again on a demo and then went live again, and I saw the exact same thing happen. The broker had different leverage settings on the demo than on the live account. Before we go on, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video, IC Markets. So I've been trading with them for many years, and of all the brokers I use, on average, they have the lowest spread. About a month ago, I put all the expert advisors I created on a small live account, and all of them are trading at 0.01 lots. I built them myself. They're all low-risk expert advisors, so I know they're not going to blow up my account tomorrow. I also went and put them on another live account with another broker, also trading at 0.01 lots. My live account on IC Markets was positive with profits over most of my trading portfolio. The other broker, on the other hand, the account looks very different. Here, I was just losing money week after week. These are the same robots on both accounts, so you can see why it's important to have a good broker. It can mean the difference between making money and losing money, even when you've built the robots correctly using the best practices in algorithmic trading. There's a link below if you want to sign up to IC Markets. Number 3, different data feeds. Forex is a decentralized market, which means you're going to get different data feeds across different brokers. Even in the same broker, you get different charts. Here is a chart of a demo account. I have hidden the broker on purpose. I'm showing the 1 hour pound Japanese yen pair. Next, I'm going to switch to a live account and see if you can spot the difference. Did you see the change? Probably not, because it was very subtle. This is the same broker. Now this is a live account. Again, 1 hour pound Japanese yen pair. Let's zoom in so you can take a closer look. On the left here, I've got a demo account, and the right here, I've got the live account. Again, the same broker. Check out this bar right here. This looks like a T. Whereas on the right-hand side here, it looks slightly different. On this bar, it looks a little bit more obvious. You can see this one looks like kind of like a backwards 2, and here it looks much different with head and tail, whereas this one has no head and no tail. It didn't take me long to find these two discrepancies. I randomly grabbed one chart and saw straight away the difference. These tiny differences might not seem like much, but they can have a pretty big impact on algorithmic trading. So if you're using candlestick patterns where you're trying to see if the close yesterday is higher than a few days ago, then in one data feed, it might be registered as a signal, whereas on another data feed, it might not. We can't do anything about different data feeds across different brokers, but at least we can remove one discrepancy, and all these little things add up. So it's one thing that we can control to minimize the impact broker differences have on our trading. Number 4, huge accounts. With demo accounts, some brokers don't allow you to set up your demo account size. So you might get a 100K account, but if your live trading account only has $5,000, this is a pretty big difference. For example, some systems involve multiple trades where their lot sizes are different. On a large account, you can start with 0.1 lots, and then for increasing lot sizes, it might be 0.16, or decreasing lot sizes, it might go down to 0.04. But if you've got a small account, you might have to start with 0.01 lots, which is the smallest lots you can trade with. And since you can't increase it to 0.016, do you increase it to 0.02 or do you increase it to 0.01? And you definitely can't go down to under 0.01. So I'm not one of those people who count ants, and I don't have a CPA, so this is not financial advice. If you're totally brand new to trading, you should definitely demo test, especially if you're testing a robot that you did not develop yourself, especially if it involves opening multiple trades, and especially if it uses martingale, and if the equity curve looks smooth like this one. These are high risk situations. But once you've got a better understanding of your robot, and if potentially losing $200 a year isn't going to break you financially, then I do find testing on 0.01 lots on your broker is a much better alternative to demo testing. And I no longer use high-risk strategies that have smooth equity curves that can blow up your account anytime. Now I mostly use low-risk expert advisors that I built myself. This is the old method I used to get commercial robots. I demo tested them for a month before going live. And now this is the brand new method. I develop strategies myself using a process I developed myself that I share with the members of my Algo Lab community. And then I put it on a small live account trading 0.01 lots to monitor its performance. And if I'm happy with its performance, only then do I increase the lot size onto my main trading account. Not all strategies will make it to my live trading account. Some will do well and some might not work. But now I feel much more comfortable because I know that these strategies have already been through real live trading market conditions with real slippage and real spread. I still sometimes call my small live account demo testing because it's still effectively being tested. But how long should I test the strategy for before it moves on to full risk on my main trading account? That's what I answer in this video right here, which I think you should watch next. Thanks. Bye.